Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So, I've made videos about why I don't find new games interesting. I've made videos about how the entertainment industry just doesn't entertain me. But recently I realized something new about myself. Well, not really new, but I have zero commitment to finishing things. Like, not just TV shows, games too, right? I'm 20 years old, 23 years old. I've at least played over 20 games in my lifetime. And do you know how many that I've actually beaten? Five. Five of them. That's like 20%, I think. And growing up, I was a massive Pokemon kid, okay? I played everything from the GBA originals to the ROM hacks to the NDS games from the age of 7 till I was like 15 or 16. And throughout that entire decade, almost, I have never beaten a single one. Not Fire Red, not Leaf Green, not Emerald, not Sapphire, Ruby, none of them. Right? The first Pokemon game I've ever actually finished was Pokemon Platinum when I was 16. That was the first ever game. That was also the first ever game I've ever beaten. And the other games on my completed list are Doki Doki Literature Club, and then it was Spider-Man PS4. That was really fun. And then Maside, and recently I beat Minecraft for the first time. And aside from those five, I'll play a game halfway and think, okay, that's cool, close it, and just never touch it again for some reason. And that's just how I do stuff. That's how I do things. Same thing with stories like anime and TV shows, right? I have the like a curse. My curse technique is watching 10 episodes and never finishing the rest of it. Like last year, right? I think it was last year. I watched the Chainsaw Man movie that came out in theaters. So I decided, you know what? Let's watch the Chainsaw Man anime. And I made it to episode 10, and I haven't watched it since. And a couple of years ago, my friend recommended me Solo Leveling. So we watched it together all the way to episode 10. And then he said, you can watch the rest once you go home. There are only 2 episodes left. And there are still only 2 episodes left of season 1. Yeah. And then I watched Bocchi the Rock like a couple years ago. Got all the way to episode 11 and then just stopped watching it until my cousin last year when we met up. He wanted to watch the full show. So, you know, we watched the full show together and I finally finished it. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me, man. Like, if a show is about happy and stuff, or if I can predict the general angle of like where a show is going, I just assume everything is just gonna work out somehow. And once I assume that everything's gonna just work out somehow, I just stop watching it, right? Like, if I got the gist of it, I just stop watching it. I don't care about how they get to the end. I just know how the ending is gonna be, so I just ignore the journey. It's like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay? That's just how I do things. And the same thing with games, or when I watch people play games too. So when Resident Evil 9 come out, I didn't play it because I don't like playing horror. But Jeremy kept inviting me over every single week just to watch him play it, basically. I went once or twice because I had nothing better to do. And honestly, watching someone play horror is not as scary as doing it yourself. Not even close. But eventually, I actually had things to do, and by things to do, I got bored of watching them play the same game and me just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. I decided I didn't want to go, but Jeremy was like, you should come. I finally had, and he was like, being annoying about it. He's like, just come over. Why don't you want to watch us play? Why don't you want to play it yourself? I'm like, I don't want to. Like, and I'm like, I just told him straight, right? I'm like, dude, I don't care about this game. I don't care. It's not a game I care about. You care about it. I literally don't. The only reason I even came the first few times was because I was bored. And then he tried to get me to watch the Cyberpunk anime a few years ago. And like his crazy selling point was, you're not gonna predict how it ends. You have no idea how it's gonna be end. It's crazy. And everybody dies, like. And I'm like, okay. Now I don't even have to watch it because I know everybody's gonna die. Like, why would I watch it now? I don't have to watch it anymore. I know everybody's gonna die. Spoilers, by the way. So, this is what I think about spoilers. I know there are people out there who fucking hate spoilers. You know what I mean? They're like, you can't spoiler this. What's wrong with you? How could you spoiler? I just spoiled the Cyberpunk, but whatever. Like, you know, people like, they hate spoilers, and in fact, me personally, don't care about spoilers. I use spoilers as help. They help me navigate modern media without having to go through the hassle of watching the show, watching the movie, you know, basically using my time trying to pirate the thing, you know? Like, take Star Wars. I've never watched Star Wars. Not the movies, not the shows, not the manga, comic book, not the... Nothing, really, nothing. But what do I know? Well, I know Anakin's the chosen one, who became Darth Vader. He's Luke's dad, who is basically the second protagonist after Anakin turns into Darth Vader. And there's this new Skywalker girl. I forgot her name, but she's really super overpowered, and she's just magically good at all the Force stuff. So, yeah, that's basically it. That's basically what you need to know about the show, right? Like, I mean, yeah. I've never watched My Hero Academia, but I know the exact premise. I know the main character doesn't have superpowers. So, the best superhero of all time gave him his superpowers. And then, main character got really depressed at some point, became a vigilante, and now he's a good guy again, and the show's ended. How? Spoilers. Thanks, spoilers. Thank you. This is not sarcasm, by the way. Recently, I also saw an Instagram reel. Not recently, like last year, I think. I saw an Instagram reel editing a JJK clip, a Jujutsu Kaisen clip, where like the characters, main characters and his group ruins like their sensei's shirt with coffee or whatever, and then it cuts to a clip of them. Not cuts to a clip of them, but it cuts to a clip of one of the members of the group getting like killed, I think. I'm pretty sure she survived though because I got spoiled. But she got beaten up really bad. It looked like she died, and then the other guy shown fighting was one of the team members with the pink hair, and they made it look like he beat the shit out of her at least. I don't know if he actually did. I doubt it, because if he did beat the shit out of her, it's basically just him beating the crap out of her over a shirt. So, I don't think it's that crazy. And so, naturally, I know that it's obviously not that crazy. I decided to post a comment on that edit and said, oh my god, I can't believe that pink hair dude beat her up over a shirt. That's crazy. And immediately, like, it didn't even take a day. A few hours later, everybody's like replying to my comment. Dude, just watch JJK. That's not what happened. Go watch the show. What do you mean? That's not what happened at all. Please go watch the show. Blah, blah, blah. And you know, my reply, what did I reply with? I replied with one word. And that word was no. That's it. I haven't watched it. I still haven't. And I never will. Like, I don't even watch movies in order, bro. Like, my mom had the DVDs for the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. I watched 1 and 3. 2 is the best one. I've never watched Spider-Man 2 until last year. Same thing with the Amazing Spider-Man duology. I've never watched The Amazing Spider-Man 1. And I still haven't. But I did watch The Amazing Spider-Man 2. When the MCU started, I skipped Iron Man 1 and 2. And I only watched Iron Man 3. I skipped all the Thor movies except Ragnarok. I skipped all the Captain America movies. I've only watched the Avengers, Age of Ultron, and Civil War. Never watched the OG Avengers. Like, I think I grew up watching too many episodic cartoons where the story doesn't have a continuation. And, you know, usually episodes end on a good note, you forget about it, and you move on, you know? So, like, if I get spoiled on a show, I don't really care about it. In fact, I'm kind of happy when I get spoiled because it gives me the footnotes so I can understand what people are talking about online without me having to watch the actual show. Obviously, anything more, like, contextual is just gonna fly over my head, but I don't even talk to people, so it's not really a big deal. Like, you can just spoil any show for me. I don't really care, basically. That's what I'm talking about. I don't even know what I'm talking about in this fucking video. It's so weird. Like, I went from talking about not finishing games to abandoning TV shows and to explaining why spoilers make my life easier. So let me know what you guys think about spoilers. You probably hate them because most people do. And modern games and modern media, that's what I'm really interested in. Spoiler dose for me, thanks. Or just let me know if I deserve to be single for the rest of my life, because I clearly do not possess the capacity to commit to anything, and I assuming it's going to be the same thing with relationships. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the whole video. Thanks for watching. Like if you were to entertain. Bye-bye.